What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I'm coming at you from the Prime Inc. terminal, Springfield, Missouri. Got here yesterday from Laredo. Was trying to get this truck kind of looked at to see what's going on with the electronics in this transmission. Think we got it handled, but before I get to that, man, I was so funky yesterday that I could not take a shower when I pulled in. I pulled in around 6 o'clock, and you know, the terminal's kind of busy around 6 o'clock. And I was like, man, if I walk by anybody, it's going to be embarrassing. So I had to set my alarm for like 2:30 this morning to go, sneak in and get a shower so I wasn't walking by anybody. But man, it was like horrible. I was trying to take a shower on the way here. The place I stopped at had a line, and I was like, you know what, let me just get it at the terminal. But I was funky because, me and one of my drivers switched trucks. And down in Laredo, Texas. Now, there's a difference between, moving out of one truck into an empty truck. Having two people move out of trucks that have shit in both trucks. That's a totally different animal. I mean, I've moved houses like multiple times, stuff like that. This was more work than any of those moves where you're like moving from house to house. Not even close, especially in that temperature out there. I mean, it was so hot out there that it was like unbearable. Like, you get all hot, run in there, took a shower late at night, go in there the next day to finish it up. You sweating through all that shit. Then when you're finally done and get a chance to relax, how once you sweat and then that shit dries up, that's what was going on right there. It was horrible. So anyway, we got that switch done. Got the truck over here into the shop. Now, the truck has been in the shop like 4 times over this transmission fault code. Peterbilt Springfield was saying, well, it has to be the gear shift stock. They put in a refurbished one. Happened again, so they're like, well, maybe we got a bad one. Then they put in a new one. Same thing. Now they're saying it might be the Eaton component or something like that. So anyway, once they thought they got it fixed, Meyer was going down to Laredo to pick up a new trailer. And kind of the transmission through a fault wouldn't go into gear. She's on I-35 near Austin, Texas. Not the best place to be in the world, but she goes down, gets the truck going again, gets down to the shop in Laredo. Spends like 2 weeks down there, a little over 2 weeks down there. And they're saying, we don't see anything wrong with the truck. We're not even pulling any codes on it. We think it's the Qualcomm fucking with the electronics of the transmission. So I'm like, I don't see how that could be the case, but all right, whatever. So me and Meyer switched trucks. I'm like, all right, I'll figure it out. And drive the truck from Laredo here. Truck is driving like beautifully. I mean, it drives different, just the way the engines perform. This one uses the fan a lot more, and a lot of times it'll kind of drag a little bit of the horsepower. But I remember that from my first 20 Peterbilt I had, the regular lease on it. Anyway, get it down here, go to Bay 21 where they just kind of diagnose little stuff, whatever. And he takes a look at my Qualcomm. He goes into the performance monitoring thing where it says gear calibration type. And mine said like 1939/BUS. And it's supposed, and he's saying, well, this normally says hybrid right here. I don't know why yours is any different than anybody else's, but you might want to get with your logs advisor and, kind of get with Qualcomm or Omnitrax, whoever, and kind of
please stay to command.
See what's going on. Exit. So I do that. By the way, talking to the best logs advisor in the industry, talking to Debbie out there. No. Goodbye. Anyway, she gets on the phone with Qualcomm, Omnitrax, whoever, and come to find out my system was not configured properly. So if you're having any of these issues, whether it's a transmission or a Freightliner, because it's been happening with them as well, or Peterbilt's, check in your performance monitoring section on your, that'd be something to just eliminate what could be a problem possibly. Go to well, let me see, what is it? It would be under performance monitoring. Then you're going to go over to the performance tab, and then you're going to kind of look. It's in the middle column. If it says anything other than hybrid, your Qualcomm may not be configured correctly for the truck. So hopefully that's what the issue is. I mean, well, saying hopefully after spending all this goddamn money, if that's the problem, I'm really going to be a little pissed off. But anyway, that's about it. Just need to set an appointment for them to take a look at this tire pressure monitoring system. I don't know if it got disconnected when the shop was trying to figure out what was going on with certain things or whatever, because I've heard that becoming an issue with some of the electronics or something. So I need to have that figured out. And that's about it. So I need to set an appointment for that. So anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping by. No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. As always, comment, subscribe. I'm out.